Good morning, guys. Well, it's getting hot, isn't it? And this week is going to be actually pretty hot, too. So it's a good time to go outside and play in the water. Just make sure to wear plenty of sunscreen. Or you could find something to do inside, like read, play a board game, draw pictures, write stories, and maybe even play a few video games. But don't spend all day on electronics, or you'll turn your brains into mush. Let's do our opening together. Repeat after me, or just do the hand symbols with me if you'd like. We are Unitarian Universalists. We are the church of the open mind, the loving heart, and the helping hands. Together, we care for our earth and work for friendship and peace in our world. Let's begin. Are you the kind of person that looks at life and thinks that good things will happen, that you're pretty happy most of the time, and you think that others are generally pretty good people? Or are you the kind of person that looks at life and thinks that bad things are going to happen? You're unhappy most of the time, and you think that others are generally not good people. Well, and sorry, that's Conan coughing over there. Anyway, we're going to talk about those two mindsets today. The first one I want to talk about is optimism. When someone is optimistic, they think that the future is going to be good and that the things that they are doing are going to work out just fine. A person that is optimistic, for example, will assume that most, if not all, of the people that they invited to the birthday party will show up. And even if not many people end up coming to the party, they're going to be happy that anyone came at all and will have fun with the people that are there. Or if, say an optimist is about to take a test in school, they're going to believe that they're going to do well on the test. The second mindset is called pessimism. When someone is pessimistic, they don't think that the future is going to be very good, nor do they think that the things they're doing are going to work out. A pessimist will believe that not many people will show up to their birthday party, and if people don't really show up, they're going to be unhappy about it, maybe even thinking that everyone else just hates them. A pessimist will believe that they're probably going to fail a test they're going to take. So why are we talking about this today? Well, as you might imagine, there's been a lot of pessimism in the world in the last year. There were a lot of scary things going on in the world, and it may seem like nothing was going to be good again. And a lot of people started to feel that way all the time. I can understand why people may feel like that, but do you think it's a very healthy way of thinking about the world? I mean, sometimes we may be in a bad mood, and when we're in a bad mood, everything just seems bad and awful. But being a pessimist isn't when you only feel this way sometimes. It's when you feel this way pretty much all the time. And don't you think it would just make you feel bad all the time to just think that everything was just always going to be bad? Being optimistic is an important part of being successful. Do you think that any inventions that were ever made, like light bulbs, pencils, cars, computers, or anything else would have ever gotten made if the people making them were pessimistic? They'd probably just get halfway through inventing them, decide that they were going to fail, and just give up. No, our world and everything good about it has happened because people were optimistic about what they wanted to do and how they could get it done. When it comes to all of you, being optimistic is also healthy. It's been shown that how you look at something can really affect how it turns out. If you go into a test convinced that you're going to fail, you probably won't try very hard on the test, and as a result, you really won't end up doing very well as a result. If you try to build something and think that it isn't going to work, then it probably won't. I mean, honestly, you probably will fail the first time you try something, but that doesn't mean you're dumb. Pretty much everyone fails the first time they try something. A pessimistic person will look at that failure and decide that they aren't good enough to do it and just give up. An optimistic person will look at that failure as a way to learn how to do it better the next time, and will try as hard as they can, as many times as they need to, in order to finally achieve success. So that's why I say that being an optimist is an important part of being successful. If you give up every time you don't succeed at something, Do you think you're going to be very successful in your life? Absolutely not. Working hard and learning from our mistakes is how we become successful. And you can't do that if you think that you're just going to fail no matter how hard you try and that mistakes mean that you should just give up. So believe in yourselves and realize that everything is going to work out just fine in the end if you work hard enough and you don't give up. Anyway, that's all I really have for you today, guys. I hope you're having a wonderful summer so far. I know I am. And while I'm a bit disappointed that school is going to be starting in just a few weeks, I'm also super excited to start teaching. So remember to make healthy choices, wash your hands, work hard, be kind, and I'll talk to you again next week. Later.